My name is Manuel-Schenkhuizen. You are here in my home in the Netherlands. I was lost. Welcome to our humble establishment.
Hello, welcome.
This is our hallway, and this is where we lock all the noobs.
No, it's just where we store all the summer clothes and storage.
And noobs.
Okay.
Come in. I'm 22 years old, and for a living I play Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne, since about 6-7 years. I play the race Orc. This is pretty much our living room, where we relax if we're not gaming. Here's our movies. Of course, unmissable in a geek house. Well, it's not a geek house, but unmissable for us anyway. Lord of the Rings extended version. If I would have to describe myself, I would say I'm a down-to-earth, calm guy who likes to have fun and who likes to choose his own path in life, and who realizes that you should live without regrets and just do what you love doing. Fireplace, which gives warmth in two ways: atmosphere and actual temperature. It's extendable for those large family parties. We had one last Christmas where, for the first time, not in our parents' home, but you know, my brothers and my parents and some friends came, and we had a Christmas dinner, which was very nice. What I don't like about myself, well, I guess I can be a bit forgetful at times. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied about myself, though. Basically, I try to categorize it a little bit. We've got fantasy and fiction, science fiction, mostly in this part on the right. We've got some gaming magazines, which we got from friends who did an interview with us or what have you. Here on the left we got a little bit of horror. Well, horror as far as that exists in books. This is the historical books, Olympus and Seven Ancient Wonders and so on. And we've got some self-help books about love or constructing your home, or dictionaries. That's as far as books goes. It's always hard to say what people like about you, but maybe I'm an honest guy and who tries not to have his judgment ready, and I try to accept everyone the way they are. Yeah, so I think people can feel comfortable with me. I hope so, at least. Service from all over the world: China, Korea, souvenirs from different countries. This one is from Malaysia, so we have quite a large variety.
And this is from Korea,
which all the Korean fans who certainly will be watching this should recognize. What do I do when I don't play Warcraft 3? Well, I would either be taking out the trash, doing the dishes, or eating. I think that's pretty much the list of things what I do when I don't play Warcraft 3. This is one very important part of growing up as a pro gamer, doing the dishes. I grew up in Nieuwegein, which is a beautiful city. Well, it's it's the city where I grew up in, so I'm proud about that. It's not very big, maybe, I don't know, but I think we have like, well, maybe more than 10,000 inhabitants. Pretty close to Utrecht, and I pretty much lived here all my life, and recently, like 4 or 5 months ago, I moved out and got my own place here, which is pretty close to my parents' house. And you know, maybe I would have chosen to live somewhere else, but I like to live close to my family, because when I'm traveling so much and have a pretty demanding job, I don't get to spend that much time with my family sometimes. So I fear that if I were living somewhere else, I wouldn't see them at all. So we all live, well, most of us live pretty close to each other, and so we can visit each other. This is our garden, and we have a shed, and You know, we're trying to grow some plants, if you want to see, tulips and so on.
We planted the tulips like
Last November?
yeah, last November.
December even.
Yeah,
Pushing it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're doing nicely.
Yeah, they're growing up.
I have 3 brothers. They're all older than me, but I'm the tallest. They're Taco, Arthur and Jorrit in ascending order of age. They're 2, 6 and 8 years older than me, and I always consider myself pretty lucky to have 3 brothers, and we get along very well. They are not so much the bullying old brothers, and I'm not so much the annoying little brother. I think we all had our, of course we had our fights, but I think overall we always had a very good time together. It's not much, but I mean, for a great cook like Cassandra, she should deserve a bigger kitchen. But you know, this is actually a construction by one of the previous owners. They changed a lot about this house, which makes it kind of a unique house. All the other houses down the street there, you know, they kind of fit the standard framework, and there were a lot of constructions here. Like this used to be outside. They chose to have a somewhat smaller kitchen. We have electrical cooking. We prefer fire, but you know, we're getting used to it. Well, as I said, I have a very demanding job, and that means that I have to spend a lot of time into that. So whenever we get a little bit of time off to relax, we like to enjoy it, to watch a movie, or go out into the city together. But most of the time we're usually spending on our jobs. Recently Cassandra also became like my manager for the team, and if you see how much work she's had on that, I think you wouldn't believe it. We work together at events. She does the pictures and the reporting, and I do the playing, and in the end we just try to form a team in pretty much in anything we do, whether it is to have fun or to work our jobs, and just the way we spend our lives together is we always do it side by side. This is the first floor, although I like to call it the second floor. I don't agree with the normal naming conventions. For me, ground level is the first floor and this is second. So welcome to our second floor. It's our house, so we can call it whatever we want.
Manuel's family is really nice because when I first came to live in Netherlands, they already accepted me as part of their family, and in our first month here, we already went for a vacation together to Gran Canaria, like with the whole family. And I really appreciate that Manuel's mom allowed me to stay in her house when we didn't buy our own house yet. So she supported us for a year and a half or more. So I really appreciate that she could support us like this.
I think Cassandra had to sacrifice a lot for us to be able to have this life, because you know, she grew up in Singapore and I grew up in Netherlands, and I can't go to Singapore because I wouldn't be able to do my job. The ping would be too bad, so she had to abandon that cute little island with the great weather and the great food for Netherlands, which I think is comparatively in the world, which is a very fine country, but Singapore is pretty special. And yeah, I guess we all make sacrifice for what we do, but if it's worth it in the end, then I still think